Hello and welcome to this week's video. In this week's video, I wanted to start to show you my older sketchbooks, and I wanted to do a sketchbook video like this for such a long time now, but I just didn't get to do it because I have a huge stack of sketchbooks like this, and I only wasted the paper when I used them, and I was debating whether I want to show it to you or not because it would be such a waste of time to dedicate one video for one sketchbook like this. So I decided to make one or two a little bit bigger and longer videos just to show you these sketchbooks, and then I can finally start with the sketchbooks that I used a little bit better and where I made a little bit more progress than these more embarrassing ones. So I would say without further ado, let's get started with this first one, I think, from 2013. I am a little bit embarrassed to show these because my strong suit back then was to draw from photo and copy things that other artists made, which is itself not a good thing, but I improved a lot doing this. So yeah, I will show you a couple of these drawings as well. But let's get started. So this sketchbook, I remember, oh my god, I was so proud of this first page. This was the door of the apartment that we were living in. And I was so proud of this page because I was doing this from imagination. Well, I looked at references, but I put them in perspective myself. And yeah, I thought I did something there. And I am a huge Pokemon fan. And back then I was an even bigger fan. Yeah. And then I got myself the Mark Riley book, if you remember. I think he still has a YouTube channel, doesn't he? And I bought his book, his How to Draw manga book or something. I need to be a little bit quicker doing this. And yeah, I decided to draw things in his book, and I really wanted to improve my drawings. Is this really 2013? I don't know. But yeah, this was all based on the drawings he made. And then of course some Ho-Oh drawings from Pokemon. Yeah, you will see a lot of Pokemon drawings, and then I was like, okay, these are amazing. I need to draw something from imagination myself, and this is what I ended up with. But you can tell I wasted a lot of paper. I only sometimes even drew something like this or even smaller, and then I skipped to the next page. So that is also why I don't think that it is worth to show you these sketchbooks on their own. But yeah, you can tell I try to practice with Mark Riley. Yeah, this is like where I came from. But I wanted to make a video like this for such a long time now because I used to watch them so much when I was, I think, between 15 and 19 years old, because it was so inspiring to me to see where other people started or how much they improved in a certain amount of time. And I want to be that person to someone else. I was typing up my old sketchbook tours so many times on YouTube just to be inspired and just to feel motivated that I myself can do that as well. So yeah, still this is, I think, almost completely these Mark Riley things. Yeah, this is something from imagination. Dude, I was so brave with my poses. Yeah, trying to understand something, or at least I was pretending to understand something. Yeah, then here the very basics of proportions. This is what I'm talking about. You will see a page like this so many times in this sketchbook tour video, and that's also why I was hesitating to do this. Oh, here I decided to draw my first own characters. He is called Sasaku. You can tell that I was very into anime. I mean, I still am, but I came up with my own characters, and I was still trying to go into this manga style, which I don't do anymore because I like the direction that I am going to a lot more. For me personally, I think it's a lot more fun to me. Also, drawing in this style is actually very difficult. Here, oh my god, I was so inspired by Arina Tanemura. Oh, I think I'm talking too fast again. But yeah, I see the stack that is right next to me, and I know I want to get through these in 2 videos, so I need to hurry up a little bit. But yeah, I was very into Arina Tanemura, yeah, Jeanne d'Arc, all these things that she made. This is actually not bad. I am a little bit impressed because I know what kind of drawings you will see in the next sketchbook, and they are terrible. Yeah, this is like me being creative. And then this is also very good considering, you know, that I just started to really grind it, you know. Then a running pose, yeah. But if you know what I was drawing like when I drew from photo, and then you see these things, these are like words. There are words in between these 2 art styles of mine and skill levels. So yeah, I was doing something interesting here. Yeah. This was in September 2013. Okay, then this sketchbook I filled after the next 2 I will show you, but I don't remember. They were all filled in 2013. So it actually doesn't matter. Then I think I was trying to draw a realistic face from imagination. At least it looks like that. And yeah, a boxer. Some perspective things that I tried to do. What is this face? I am shocked. But yeah, I was trying my best, you know. Here I was trying to do something pretty, but I think I rushed through it quite a lot. That's a thing that I did many times. And then this doesn't look like my art at all. It could have been a friend's art, but I drew a crying face right next to it, so I guess it is mine. Oh, then my line quality. No, I actually had the worst line quality. It took me a while to get rid of that. So yeah. Oh my god, these are terrible. And there's a fly. I'm so sorry if you can see that in the video. Yeah. Then some perspective. I didn't know that I was studying this much. Or at least I was copying it and pretending to study, I think. Oh, this is like... I wanted to get a tattoo, and I was so sure that one day I would get a tattoo. And I tried to design something, and this is a symbol that I made up because I was inspired by Legend of Zelda. And yeah, I am glad that I never got this tattoo. Yeah, whatever this is. And now you will see a lot of things that I made in my spiral bound thing that I took with me to school. I don't know. I was always drawing these creatures. There's a story behind it, but I am going to tell you that story on another day. These are very creepy, but yeah. I think you can tell why I didn't want to show you these sketchbooks separately. But I think that I am almost done. These are again based on Markerly. Yeah, that's it. And then this is an anatomy study that I made. Whew. Okay, now let's get to the terrible sketchbooks. I bought so many of these sketchbooks. Seriously, like I loved them. The paper was amazing, especially for all the more creative or color pencil heavy pieces. Wait, I will just get them. So this is the folder where I start all my art in from that time. And let me show you. This is from 2013. Oh, this is my own character. This is from 2012. Wait. Just so that you know what I'm talking about when I'm telling you that there was a huge contrast between what I was doing when I drew from photo or reference and what I was doing when I drew from imagination. So this is a drawing that I made with color pencils in 2013. Like, this is crazy to me. And then the drawings that you will see in my sketchbook are from the same time, and I even drew this in the upcoming sketchbooks. I can actually give you a separate tour of this folder at some point, but not today. Let's dive into it right away. I need to skip these paintings because they aren't mine. I always say that I don't think that I am the most talented artist. I just put a lot of practice in it. I mean, I was good when it came to drawing things and observing things, but when it came to coming up with them on my own, I struggled with them a lot. You can see all these ripped out pages. These were all because of the League of Legends things or other drawings and paintings that I made. You can see the difference. It's insane, and I put a lot of practice and effort into my drawing from imagination skills. But actually, these aren't that bad. I remember I was so proud of this one, and then I never finished it. Yeah. Then this was where my more realistic style slowly showed up in my drawings. Oh yeah, this was an eye. Oh, this was for a fan art project, of course, again, Pokemon. Then this, oh my god. You can tell I did this in 2013. It's the same day. It's a couple of days, not the same day, but it's a couple of days apart from a drawing like this or this. Like what? I don't get it. And then I was inspired by an artist a friend of mine showed me, and I wanted to do something very detailed. More of my more realistic style coming up slowly. And here I was trying to develop that a little bit more. Maybe I have to make 3 videos out of this. I need to get a little bit quicker than Lich King, World of Warcraft. Yeah. Oh, this is a German musician, Madeleine Juno, and I like her music. She also has English music, but her German music, every time I feel sad and I wanna, you know, feel sad and let everything out, I listen to her. But sometimes she's also quite good to listen to when you want to dance. Then, yeah, just some sketches. This is Lana Del Rey. Yeah. A lion. Oh, this was for the Evilly fan art project in 2014. I don't know why it ended up in this sketchbook, but yeah. This is a very quick doodle, I think, a fan art from Batman Wonderland. If you know that anime, I used to love it a lot. So, next one. For this one, I lost the cover, I think. Yeah, you can see me diving more into this a little bit more realistic style. This is a Soraka thing that I never finished. Yeah, waste of paper. Oh my god, it's her. And I also do, can you see this? It is her, and I drew this in 2013 with color pencils. I spent so much time with the hair. I remember I was sitting at my grandma's table and I drew it there. Yeah. I think this was around the time where I hurt my wrist. I don't remember. The Joker. I really like this sketch. Up to this day, I still love it so much. Oh, did I turn the autofocus off? I will pause this video very quickly and then, yeah, show you the next one. So this is the ugliest sketchbook that I own. It's so ugly. I even thought it was ugly back then, but it was very cheap and I was like, okay, it has blank paper. I don't care, I will just get it. I don't know what I was thinking, but I was trying. And a lot of people told me that I was very good at art, and I was so convinced that I'm good. And this is a quick introduction. It says, hello, my name is Dilara. I am currently going to the 9th grade. I am 15 years old. I love drawing, reading, and writing because I used to write a lot back then. Oh, but it says I am not very good at drawing. From imagination even, holy shit. But yeah, no one is born as a Picasso. And then I wrote, if you're reading this, you will get a sneak peek at my drawings, and who knows, maybe I will draw myself in the sketchbook, which is very cute. There was a little bit of personal talk. Oh my god, this fly, go away. The sketch that I made, this is a Emo fan art. Please go away, fly. This is a fan art from the main character from the show Emo. I don't know what it is called. I think it's no Emoto na Gokanon, whatever. But yeah. I loved this show because it was drawn so pretty, but oh my god, I'm a little bit embarrassed to tell you that I loved it because the story is actually kind of weird, not gonna lie. And you can see a lot of... This still looks very wrong. Here I had the idea to draw flags as in the manga style, so this was Turkey, I think. Yeah, but that was the only thing that I drew. Then here I had the idea of this cupcake called Kyu, and she was supposed to be my mascot. Yeah. I don't know if this is boring, I hope not, so I will just go through these very quickly. If you want to look at something more in depth, then just pause the video. And then here I was again inspired by this artist that worked with a lot of detail. Yeah. Again, they also stretched the legs and the arms, so I wanted to try that as well. But also I had no idea of anatomy, so yeah. A lot of eyes. Then, of course, Alice in Wonderland. The Tim Burton movie, it was one of my favorites. I had it so many times when I was younger that I found one movie and I kept watching it every single day for a month because I was drawing alongside, or that was my way to find comfort. And that was one of the movies. More Pokemon. Yeah. This was the planning for the sketch that you saw in this Evilly fan art project. By the way, if I'm saying the name of one Pokemon wrong, then, or you don't know this name, then it's because I only know the German version, so I'm sorry. Yeah, some more Pokemon, more inspired by this artist. Whatever this cursed drawing is, I will let you look at this and yeah, and now compare it to what I'm doing now. We are all improving. You just have to stick to it. Then again, my Zelda thing. Oh, this was a YouTuber that I watched for 2 months or so. Yeah, this is, again, a very good example of me wasting space. Oh, this was my character Zumi Tasa. I often came up with characters and then I never drew them again, except for one. But you will see that in another sketch. Oh my god. This, oh my god. This was a game, I loved it so much, but I never finished it because let's say I lost the game. It's called Bravely Default and I have it on my list. I want to play it again. It was so cool. It was so relaxing. I remember I was at my grandma's place and I was sketching this and I was playing that game on my Nintendo. It was just cool. And she was in love with a guy called Hilarious. I don't know what I was thinking. Not much, I guess. And then I was trying to come up with the hair. The next sketchbook is from the beginning of 2014. As you can see, I wasn't thinking a lot about the sketchbook itself or that it was supposed to be expensive. This is an Oxford sketchbook, I think, or spiral bound notebook. So the first page isn't very impressive. You need to say that at the beginning of 2014, I was still 15 years old. This is so weird because every time I look back at these, I was like, oh my god, you were so bad. But then at the same time, I remember that I had my strength in another department that was drawing from photo, which came a lot more natural to me. But then I slowly tried to really learn to draw from imagination. And that is something that I'm still learning and developing. But if you look at my channel, I have a sketchbook tour from a sketchbook completely from imagination. And you can tell that the work that I put in finally paid off. Or not finally, but it just paid off. So try to push through. So this is the character Synesthesia. This was like, I think the first rough drawing, except for this one. With this, you know, this hair was for her. And I was very inspired by Final Fantasy. And also it says shitty sketch, so yeah. And then some creatures. Actually, looking at this makes me so happy. I know this sounds weird now, but I remember how I was struggling so much for so long that I was not free, and I was giving myself not a lot of freedom to draw whatever I want to draw, and pages like these show me that I indeed am a creative person and that I was free. I was just drawing whatever I wanted to draw, and that I did. Then a character sheet for my character Synthesia. Oh my god, I'm crying. I think this might be the first sketch of Hilarios, but I never finished designing him. Final Fantasy sketch that I started, yeah. Some eyes from Imagination. Oh, this looks like a Lord of the Rings or Hobbit. Yeah. Yeah, well, I was drawing at least, you know, I was trying, I was having fun. And then these were some cards, because I don't know if you know that, but on Facebook, on the art community, there were these smaller cards that artists traded, and I wanted to participate, but I never traded them. Yeah, a fairy girl, a wolf that I started. Here I was apparently playing around with line thickness, which would have been cool, but my line quality sucked. I didn't draw a line like that. I drew it with multiple very small lines, and you could tell that because it looked as if my hand was shaking. Oh, this was, I tried my best, but then I gave up on it. A drawing of this character. Then this is a sketch for the piece that I just showed you. Oh, then that is from 2014. This was a self-portrait. I know, it looks weird, but I had short hair back then, very short. And while I was trying to grow it out, I looked like Justin Bieber, and that is how short my hair was. Yeah. Oh my god, this is Yoshi. That is very cute. Oh, this was a sketch for another piece that I made, and I actually liked it back then a lot. It's impressive how bad I was compared to me now. And I was just having fun. I think without the fun part, I wouldn't have pushed through. I think this was supposed to be another Synthesia or whatever her name was. This was, again, school stuff. Not interesting. Oh my god, this was Latin. Oh, I loved Latin. This was cool. Okay. Again, a fancy fighting pose of my character, Synthesia, of course. That's it, finally. This deck is getting smaller and smaller. This video is getting longer and longer. I am so sorry. Okay, so this was the end of 2014, and I also drew in this in 2015, which means I am now 16 years old, and I filled many sketchbooks in 2015. Okay, so this is actually a drawing that I sometimes think of to this day because I really like the way I drew this. I really love the way I shaded the face. It's also based on a World of Warcraft painting. I would love to know who made this. Then some eyes. I had a reference, and that reference was the book cover of a book series that I was reading. It's called, I think the first one is called Frostkuss or something like that in German. This is, again, just a waste of paper. Oh, this was like my death character. Oh, this was my own character, and I made a sketch. I have it somewhere, but I don't know where. And up to this day, I was confused how I did that because it actually looked very good. But this is then another attempt of me trying to replicate that. It didn't work out quite well. Again, a sketch for my death character. Again, Synthesia. And this was the drawing that I teased in the last sketchbook, I think. I was very proud of this, but it took me way too long. And I was again inspired by that artist that used a lot of detail. I forgot how their name is. I'm so sorry. Oh my god, she actually looks like the... I forgot her name, holy shit. Like the Nami actress in the live action series. The Nami actress is very pretty. Of course, this drawing looks a little bit shitty, but still. Tattoos. Yeah. A feather. Oh, here I started to draw Katarina from the splash art. Oh, again, a Lana Del Rey. Me being an artist. Maybe it was my friend. I don't know. A demon girl. Something that I would avoid at all costs. The stack is getting smaller, and now we are in the beginning of 2015. Apparently, I started it in March. You can see that I'm improving, maybe a little bit. Yeah, I don't know what to say. Oh. I remember I wanted to be a little bit more creative. Also, oh my god, I just remember now. Back then, I just discovered this artist on YouTube called Will Terrell, and he had these amazing sketchbook sessions where he would just sketch people, I think at a coffee or something, and then he would talk about certain topics. And I was so inspired. I loved watching him, but he stopped uploading regularly once he got a child, I think. But if you wanna... Oh, this is a friend's drawing. She is also amazing, and she also improved quite a lot since then. But yeah, he inspired me a lot, and he was like one of the first artist YouTubers, except for Mark Ridley, that I started to watch. And he was also one of the reasons that I discovered, for example, Ahmed Al-Duri or Cynics or all these artists. And I think the first one that I watched after Will Terrell was Steven Silver, and at the same time Ahmed Al-Duri, who became one of my biggest inspirations. Yeah. Here you can see I am improving a little bit again from imagination. Ooh. This was a collaboration between my friend and me. Another friend. Oh, this was... Is it Kaiser? I am playing League of Legends. I don't know. But yeah. Then another appearance of this character. I am actually quite impressed how many times I drew the characters. I wouldn't have guessed that. Okay, so this is another sketchbook or notebook. It's by Claire Fontaine. And again, beginning of 2015. Then here you can see a little bit improvement. I need to flip through them very quickly because I have nothing to talk about. Oh, this looks like school. Yeah. Oh, the first dude. Hello. Hands. A love story between a cyborg and a girl. I will never want you to go. Best English, of course. I will always love you. Yeah. Then this is from imagination. It's getting better. Then me being totally creative and philosophical, and I was thinking about how time is running away and someday you will die, and this is actually pretty disgusting. And then there is money, of course, because you have to spend so much time of your life working and earning money. I was an artist. A panther, I think. Oh yeah, I wanted to be creative. This reminds me so much of Brooke. I was probably inspired by Brooke. One Piece if you don't know Brooke. Oh, here I was actually laying at my bed, which looked a little bit broken, and then I was looking at these... Oh my god, English. Okay, so there is a bag that looks a little bit like You know, you have this thing that you can pull and some people use it to go grocery shopping, especially older people. And I wanted to make a creature out of that. And my small little flame buddy, which I called apparently Buff for whatever reason. And this was my view out of my window. And of course, there was Buff again. Griol. I don't know how I came up with these. Oh my god, this was in April. So I filled up the last sketchbook in 1 month. Which doesn't surprise me considering how much paper I wasted for scribbles. I think that's it. Yeah. Okay, school stuff. So it starts off with drawings from imagination, of course, again. More. A very weird looking fish dude. But he's a mood, I guess. Yeah. Oh, a butt. Of course. Oh, I love this. I remember I was so proud of this. I also made another version. This is something that I did many times. Okay. This is a quick doodle. And I did this in February 2015. Okay, then this sketchbook was filled before the two ones that I just showed you. This is also very impressive considering my skill level back then and then looking at this perspective. But I want to show you something very specific. Yeah. So this is a character that I designed back then because I wanted to design something, and you can tell the character design goal was already set when I did this. And I was so proud of this. Also, I made this very quickly. Some Barbies. This was inspired by a Bionicle. This is the sketch for it, and this is the drawing. Some perspective things, some orc woman. Again, something inspired by Bionicle, the one character. I love Bionicle, and I also love watching the movies, so that is something you will see maybe more. I don't know. Here I tried to correct my own art, and also you can tell I was talking about this in another video. One of my biggest weaknesses was that I couldn't take my time to draw something. Like only when I drew something from photo. But otherwise, I would just rush everything. And you can tell. But apparently there must be something. Oh yeah, okay. This character. I think it's from World of Warcraft. Not sure though. It probably is though. Again, with colored pencils. I used mainly cheap ones, but I also got myself a handful of Polychromos. Yeah. Another dude. So this video is now roughly about 45 minutes long, and I think that is a very good moment to call it a day with this video. I also showed you half of the stack already, so there is another half left, and it will get better from here on. So yeah, I will show you the rest of these sketchbooks in the next sketchbook tour video. And with this video, I will start to show you my older sketchbooks chronologically up to this point, every single one of them. And I'm very excited to show you all of these drawings. Maybe not all of these drawings, but I'm excited to show you the progress that I made and the struggles that I faced. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, even though maybe it wasn't interesting for you, but maybe you got inspired. So yeah, I will see you next week.